DoctorRyan himself looking pretty solid. So I will say just outright, this might be one of the most well-matched in terms of like overall skill matchups in the entire bracket. But of course, everything changes in 2v2s, so we'll see how this actually goes. The applause bot is back on, you monkeys. As we get into this, one more time, it's Fear Dragon's applause bot is going to be creating the weird clapping in the background. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't really care. We're having some fun with it just to help Fear Dragon test it out before it's like live release. So if you type PogChamp in the chat, yeah, okay, you guys figured it out, whatever. Let's get into it. Game number 1, Spotty here. Wow, that one was 0 to 60 real fast. Spotty here to the top left side of the map. We have the teammates Kiwian. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Yellow Zerg, Golden, and his ally, Kiwian, aka Top. To the bottom right, we have their opponents, the Green Protoss, DoctorRyan, and his ally, the Red Protoss, Nina. Now, some of you on VOD, some of you in the past may be confused. Who's Nina? Who's this sweet new gal on the scene we've never heard of before? Well, Nina, of course, used to be known as Puck. She's gone under some changes and now is officially Nina. So best of luck to her with all endeavors. But I say this because, as always with Starcraft 2, 99.9% of the matches have guys. I'm just used to reflexively using the he pronoun. I will do my best with Nina, but I will probably mess up. And there's my disclaimer out of the way. So, Golden and Top, we got DoctorRyan and Nina. And I think what makes me so happy is I know they're all Grandmaster players. I know they're all top tier players. I know also that none of them stand out above the rest, in my opinion. What I mean by this is I don't think, for example, any team has, say, a Hidden Sue or Innovation or some player that's just godly. These are actually just 4 really high-ranking players that I feel are well-matched for each other. Hell, I feel like I could make a WCS-style group out of these 4, and we'd have a great evening watching games. So I'm really excited to see how that translates to 2v2. Maybe it does it poorly. Who knows? We've seen some teams are very specifically 2v2 oriented. They know the strategies. They know the tactics. For example, Nug and Knight is a good example of that with the shared assimilator trick we watched in the previous series. Whatever the case may be, it's double Protoss versus Zerg and Terran. The real question of this comes down to which race is the most OP. Am I right, guys? You know what? Oh my god. So I can custom. I just had the worst idea. I can customize what sound effects are tied to the cheers. I don't have to use the cheers. The cheers are Fear Dragon's default cheers, right? So theoretically, I can make like a fart sound effect, and every time you type PogChamp in the chat, make like a fart sound effect, right? But I can also change the command. What if I changed it to booze anytime someone typed the word Zerg? So you're in the chat and everyone's just spamming Zerg, 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 and all you're hearing is like, boo! That's like the ultimate balance one. I think I found a way to successfully ruin Fear Dragon's bot here. Unsubbed, I know. Well, speaking of Zerg, Golden is bringing several Zerglings across the map right now. I don't think there's a real possibility here for him to do crazy damage, but for example, with the doorway open at the front for DoctorRyan, oh, I said there wouldn't be crazy damage. I take that back. If these Zerglings get on top of that pylon, this is huge. One Adept comes out, but I feel like ignoring this could be big. No, goes for the surround instead. Nice catch here out of Golden. Takes down the Adept. Second pylon is going down for backup, but looks like this has been recovered. You see the Twilight Council chugging away too. Unsure what exactly this would be. Oh my god, it's double resonating glaives. I've never even considered how gross double resonating glaives could be, but like theoretically, not only are you already struggling chasing around adepts through one mineral line, you're chasing someone else's adepts through the other mineral lines. Oh my god, I already hate this and it hasn't even begun yet. Absolutely disgusting. Well, Drop comes over here to delay this further. Top gets in here with some Marines. This is nice. This is such an early timing too. Aided by the Zerglings. The Zerglings get healed up a little bit by the Medivac. That's actually nice to see. Sadly, the Medivac can't pick up Zerglings, or maybe it's good that it can't. Well, that's how infestations start. Alright, looks like the Adepts will clean up most of what was on the ground, but this was some good blitz damage. Now, granted, this doesn't actually cancel out the lead these guys have over Top. Top is sitting here on 29 workers, granted a few mules, but he does trail all other players in the game through workers at the moment. He's the last one to get his expansion up and going. Oh, this position's nice. I don't know if the Stalker can really fight this. Okay, he'll push it off. Universal, I'm so sorry. Universal writes in chat, I hate this and it hasn't even begun yet. Absolutely disgusting. Wow, Rifkin's quoting my ex-girlfriend already. I guess it's better than quoting your current girlfriend, dude. Ugh. Hey, Geralt's in the chat. What's up, man? You can't wait for the EU qual. Yeah, the EU one's gonna be on Friday. I look forward to seeing you there, dude. Oh my god, here we go. Another Saku fan with a preemptive Pog champs, and I can't blame him because this is gonna be a pretty big attack hitting. The adepts get into the first mineral line. Remember, Resonating Glaives is done. There's another set of adepts that are supposed to be here with this, though. Where are the green adepts out of DoctorRyan? Oh, they're chasing around the medevacs back at home. Drop comes into the main base. This one's still alive. It's one single Marine, but one single Marine can do a lot of damage if left uncontested. Double Stargates come down to the follow-up. Roaches and tanks seem plentiful back at home. I can't see this doing that much damage here. Frontline fights won't be too bad later on. Remember, depth can do bonus damage to Marines in the late game. But I don't feel like this is a game where you just go like mass adept and win. Oh my god. DoctorRyan, that was so sick. I caught that before he messed it up. Took out the Liberator with the Stalkers. Nice micro on that as well. Gets the workers back to mining ASAP. Meanwhile, Nina continues to present a real problem because if at any point they choose to ignore her adepts, they're going to slip right on by. This transfer is probably going to complete if I had to guess. Drones are pre-pulled out of Golden. Nice response time out of Golden. Ends up killing the Queen more than anything else. Still, all of these tactics have kept our two Korean boys back on their side of the map. These roaches start pushing forward now, and oh, DoctorRyan is going to be very unsatisfied with this. Move commanding, walking, whatever the case is, recalls home to get away from these roaches. He's out of position and he knows it. Workers killed at this point, not looking too cray-cray. 9 drones for the 15 adept. Whoa, Nita. We need to have a sit down later and talk about math. These Phoenix to go a little bit distance here. Crowd control more than anything else. Hell could even save a stalker in a pinch. Yeah, this picks up one of the roaches to help push us back. Of course, the attack comes from 2 different fronts, and this is terrifying on either side. With the tanks coming into huge advantage to the Terran through this siege up. It's going to be not just difficult, I'm going to say like nigh on impossible to defend the front of this ramp. However, once it's been broken, fighting to the top with shield batteries and stuff could work out. I don't know if those tanks will be in range. Blinking forward with the Stalkers to focus fire down the first tank. You know, there's not that much anti-air. The Phoenix could lift some of this up, but all in all, this is a pretty bad situation to be in. Looks like a bunch of probes got stacked away, so not too many died, but still 24 have died total. Roaches and Marines might just be a little bit much. Siege tanks start making it up to the top of the ramp. Pushing this back past the shield batteries. This 2v1's getting out of hand. 70 army supplies for Golden. 62 for top. Less than 50. Well, about 50-ish for our 2 Protoss combined. The Caloose is not quite loose. Stuck in production. Not looking good. This game is coming to an end. Trust me. It's just going to take a minute to get there. Top and Golden. Sick to see these guys come out to play today. Great to see this first game for them, but I'm also hoping DoctorRyan and Nina can bring him back for game 2. Because this kind of massacre is not what I expected at all. Look at the supply. Yeah, look at the supply. Marine Stutter, and there's the GG. Good game from Nina. Good game from DoctorRyan. And a great game for Golden and Top. This bot is so stupid. We'll whine about me later. We're getting into the game. Spawning here in the... Oh, we got one guy. Spawning here in the bottom right side of the map. We do have our American players. The combination of Nina and her ally, the Green Protoss, DoctorRyan. To the top left, we have the Koreans. We have one of the Koreans. It is, of course, Golden. And his ally, the purple Terran Top. And thank you very much, Kohar, for the 31-month resub. Now, I don't even know if we have any of these coupon codes left available because we did already use so dang many of them up, but thank you if you type ! match arena in the chat. The coupon code is free money for Beastyqt Max packs, which is going to be really funny because at this rate, Beastyqt Max packs have actually not qualified through, but hopefully we'll see them do that on Friday. I do have a backup plan for that. We'll talk and discuss that more later. But for now, focusing on today, the top team from today will be invited to come back and play the playoffs. However, one little thing to add in here is if Crucial Nug and Knight, and only if those two qualify today, I will get my pick to invite whoever I want back for the playoffs, because with Nug and Knight, they've already qualified through and they're playing again today. I think for a combination fun, just like a couple of bucks and free money essentially. Now this probe gonna get over here and get a pretty good scout. I think what's nice is in 2v2, in team games in general, if you guys have ever played 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, you know how cheesy these stupid matches can be, and you know how frustrating it can be to lose to something similar to what we saw M Canning and Coconuts pull off there in their game 2. So I think scouting is more important than ever in these 2v2s. Granted for both sides, but because Golden has overlords, he's gonna be a little bit less stressed. With the southern team, they definitely need to have those probes poking about. Base Trade TV, Nug and Knight just lost against Pure Legacy and Rotterdam. Oh shit, for real? Like a full series or just a game? I'm assuming Roddy is streaming his matches. I know that Roddy and... So there's some controversy with Pure Legacy and Roddy. And I guess when we get there, if we get there, I can go over it. But the TLDR is they're allowed to play. 100% game approved by me. And I guess, oh, well, they're paused. So maybe I can go into this now. TLDR, as many of you know, Pure Legacy has a pretty shitty past. And frankly, I would never ever allow him to play my tournaments normally. But because in this tournament, Rotterdam, who is a very respectable guy, is vouching for him, I told him I'll make him a deal. I'll meet you halfway. If you put up a poll and have the people vote, and enough people vote Pure Legacy to play, I will allow him to play. So Pure Legacy is playing with Rotterdam, 100% allowed. It's all Gucci. Roddy's taking any responsibility for any illicit actions that Pure Legacy may display, or maybe Pure Legacy's on the up and up. Who knows? Either way, they are playing for legit and they are playing for real. Oh, I guess both teams. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Why isn't Protec in this tournament? Dude, because Protec's a coward. That's all I got for you. I don't know what to tell you. Guy, for as long as I know, has never signed up for any tournaments. For the best self-proclaimed 2v2 player in the world, man. You never see him actually win anything. I'm just saying. Void Ray from Nina. Okay. Pair this up with any kind of gateway force out of DoctorRyan, and this is going to be super powerful in my opinion. That being said, though, the best thing that came out of this top team last game was their aggression. I don't think Zerg and... Oh my god, it's double Void Ray. Holy crap. I don't think Zerg and Terran are inherently broken or anything like that, especially in the 2v2 scene. But when you get really aggressive, it can snowball very quickly when it's 2v1, as you kind of just like gang up on one person. Now, I don't think the double Void Ray play's been revealed yet. The Overlord's going to see... Oh my god, they still have... I just want to point out, they still haven't seen either gateway. Somehow that Reaper got up here and didn't see the gateway at the front, nor of course have they seen the one in the back. I think DoctorRyan is kind of playing their hand right now, giving this away, showing that there's one Void Ray. I would have shown neither personally, but of course they don't know what we know. They don't know that they weren't scouted. Nina, of course, is hiding hers. Some Zerglings at the front. Sure, a little annoying, but nothing they can't deal with. The drop on the left side is going to be super obnoxious. Only because Void Rays are kind of slow. But, like, let's be perfectly clear. The bottom team has the tools to deal with this drop. Oh, there's a Widowmine in that mix, too. Pull those probes and get them far away! Oh, my God! 8 kills on the Widowmine was pretty legit. Now, still, the Void Rays have not been fully revealed. This will be the first time I think all of them are being revealed. Oh, they still haven't been revealed. Oh, this is sick. So, Nina actually hadn't had her Void Rays revealed yet until just now. Now, I don't know if a double Void Ray team is going to win a game of Starcraft 2, but a double Void Ray team is going to be really annoying to deal with. That's for certain. So, well, DoctorRyan took a pretty massive probe hit. I do want to just highlight, he still has a lot of probes. Being Protoss, he's got a lot made, so this is pretty good. All things considered, not great, not pretty good in the general sense, but it could be much worse for him. If his economy had slipped up, if he didn't have this replaced up, he'd be struggling to make money, but Of course, if that was the case, Nina could always float him a couple of minerals here and there. Attack at the front's no joke, though. Void Rays obviously can't be shot back, but with this many Zerglings, it's going to take some time to do cleanup duty. So the Zerglings do want to break in. Top has once again made it to the main base. Prismatic alignment slows the Void Ray, so as much as it would be nice to turn on power mode and blow up that medevac, probably can't catch it. Oh, Nina's going to try to cut us off, maybe? Oh my god, it's sharks. They're hurting their prey in the water. We got Flux Veins, by the way, coming out. This boost is going to head left, but eventually it's going to have to go up, and at which point Nina... Oh, the sickest swerve! Oh, this is pog-worthy, guys. This is so sick. So, of course, if you would take any natural path to get out of here, as every other player in the world would, you would lose that medevac 100 times out of 100. But Top, by taking a very risky southern swerve, gets the medevac out alive. This means it's ready to go back to the main. A lot of Void Rays going to be pushing across the map, too. There's roaches aplenty. I think these could just kind of turn around and fuck on everything here in the middle of the map. Even if the Marines come in, they'll kill like one or two of the Void Rays. Oh, they're not fighting. What, they're choosing not to fight. Interesting. I think 5 Void Rays could have poked that back, but Night Swarm's on the way, too. They're choosing to fight a lot of the Zerglings. I don't know what's going on with this. If it's just a mucked up control or what the deal is, but oh, look at the difference of Flux Veins versus not Flux Veins. See you later, DoctorRyan. That medevac drop heads back into the main. Looks like that's been cleaned up while all this went on, so that didn't get too much more done. The Marines, as expected, do go down, and this is why I'm just like, why didn't you shoot these before? Why did you bleed out Void Rays for this? Void Rays are one of these units of the game that are so undervalued in terms of like where their power scales. And I think this is one of the situations where, how many were left? 3, right? Oh no, just two. But I don't think any needed to die, frankly. Hopping top of the Marines, they don't have the support. They do a stim, but of course if you stim, you just die a little bit faster. Against Void Rays, feels really bad. Tank too. This is actually super scary for our top team. Now they can recall back home to deal with this, but Queens don't take bonus damage. Queens are going to be a pretty good response to having Void Rays in play, but they're not going to pull back. They're going to just go for the workers and dominate the other side of the map. So Night Swarm overwhelms back at home. Void Rays overwhelm back at home. This is going to be a pretty nasty situation that could turn into a base trade. I want to say it shouldn't, because the Queens can always come home to defend, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. DoctorRyan's just kind of giving up on the main base. No recall, no attempt to come back. Void Ray's going to get shut down. Production seized as DoctorRyan's actually supply blocked through this. Base trade, question mark? Ace 1, Ace 2, question mark? Yeah, it's a good question mark, because we don't actually know how committed this is. But they've lost the main base. There's no question about it. Control on the main base has been absolutely lost. But there's cannons, there's shield batters, there's plenty of these natural bases that should help them fortify in there. So I think they are preparing for a base trade. Nina and DoctorRyan are committing to this. I can't say I love it, because I still think Queens are going to be the ultimate trump card, but oh my god, Void Rays are melting things. Command Center's not going to die, however. Alright, Tempest fired, not a Night Storm on the way. You know, I like the hustle out of Nina and DoctorRyan, but I gotta say, for DoctorRyan's sake, and I feel like a little bad saying this, I kind of feel like he was the dead weight in this game. Like, that drop really messed him up. He never had the same Void Ray count that Nina had. Golden's just got so much supply. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, in every way possible, they should be able to clean this up. But, of course, by doing this, it gives the top team time to recover as well, and they're already in a good spot. So this isn't looking very good, guys. Void Rays come home to be the cavalry required. Night Storm gonna get focused down. No transfuse. Ooh, this is where you cut off the Queens. There was past tense and overwhelming Queen count that could have been super terrifying, but without those Queens spamming transfuses and shooting back at the Void Rays, Golden has to pull back. That Night Storm should not have gone down. I think there's still like 5 or 6 Queens in this Night Storm too. But the main base is totally cleaned up. The creep tumors are spreading. Well, all these units might not get out alive. A lot of them do. Oh, there's another Night Storm 2 to fall into. In fairness, Nina would make anyone look like dead weight on the team. True, but I just mean DoctorRyan was on the edge, right? This could have happened to Nina as well. The drop came in. The Widow Mine hit like what? So many probes early on. DoctorRyan right now has no mining. He's got no way to contribute to this game other than like helping Nina control her units. Golden, on the other hand, could sandwich this in. If, let's say hypothetically, there's... What? Oh, I guess the Night Storms are the natural or something, or the third. So why would you Night Storm mean? There's some hypotheticals where these Void Rays are still going to be really strong, but I just think the Queens win. So as long as the Queens are in location to defend and deflect this, I'm pretty sure the Queens just win. Oh, Emil's in the chat. What's up, Emil? Well, it's still really surreal and weird watching Flux Fiend's Void Rays versus not Flux Fiend Void Rays. I'm also pretty sure one of these two is controlling the army. It's probably DoctorRyan, I would imagine. Or Nina has said here, I'll control at home, or I'll control the army, you work at home. Either way, the Void Ray count is definitely being handled by a single person. Ramping up air units back at home, the both of them, Tempests and Carriers alike. You know what? Maybe this isn't quite so GG. I'm a little jaded here, right? I actually firmly believe Golden has the power to fight this army 2v1. He'll always have his backup of his Terran. But the only thing that's like, they're chasing these Void Rays around. I think if there's another committed assault to the other side of the field, they just break what's left of the Protoss, and there's not much left of the Protoss. All right, Recall gets these Void Rays out. Tempest and Carriers. If this was still just Queens, I think there's a little bit more power for the Protoss army, but because there's Hydralisks in the mix too, I don't think that's quite the case. Of course, I kind of forgot about these Marines. They are soldiering on forward. They don't really have any medevac support, but there are, wow, 57 Marines in play. So let's say this whole army, both armies for the Protoss are distracted by the Zerg, chipping away at it. Guess what? Terran blitzes in from the front. What's to stop them but a few cannons? Who cares? Yep, there's that stim right up the ramp. Gets on top of the cannons immediately. No shield battery support whatsoever. And as he comes in from behind, well, as he comes in from the top, looks like they're going to get sandwiched in here. Pushed back into her own base. Nina's left with so few units remaining. The Queens have so many transfuses too. This is gross. Zerg confirmed OP. Or maybe it's just Golden. Either way, oh, a DT, but a scan for the Terran solves that problem. GG. Golden and Queen will take the series 2-0.